guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are gonna do the continuation of the video I posted last week, misconceptions about 4C hair that annoy me. So this is the part 2 of the video. I had to record part 2 again because there were a few things I wanted to add to the previous video that I did. But yeah, we're just gonna jump straight into it. If you're not already subscribed, please go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. Turn on your notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload my video. And if you haven't seen part 1, I'd advise that you actually watch part 1 first before watching this one. So yeah, without further ado, sit tight and let's jump straight into the video. So the first misconception for part 2 is that 4C hair is the most difficult hair type to style. Okay, well, this is only true if you're constantly doing styles that work against your hair type or curl pattern, or if you are using techniques that are better suited for other hair types. For instance, it's going to be much easier for someone with, let's say, 3A or 3B hair to straighten their hair than it is for someone with coarse 4C hair, because 3B, 3A hair is much closer to straight hair than 4C hair is to straight hair. So obviously it's probably going to take much less time, much less energy, much less hair damage for someone with 3A, 3B hair to go to straight hair than it's going to take for someone with 4C hair to go to a straight style. And it's even going to be easier for someone with 3A or 3B hair to maintain the straight style than it is for someone with 4C hair, because 4C hair is much tighter, so it's going to want to revert more quickly compared to someone else that has a hair type that's closer to straight hair than 4C is. Also, another very good example, twist outs, braid outs, roller sets. These are like the most common styles done within the natural hair community. Even if you search on YouTube and on social media in general, these are the most common hairstyles done in the natural hair community. And the texture that you get from these styles, the braid outs, the twist outs, the roller sets, resemble a lot of looser hair textures. Sometimes your results can look like what regular 4A hair, 3B hair, or even 3C hair looks like on a regular basis. So it's obviously going to be much easier for someone that already has that hair type to do these styles and have a lot of volume and definition in the style, because these styles are already very similar to their natural hair type, to their natural curl pattern. And it's also going to be easier for them to maintain the styles, because even if the style starts to get old and it starts to revert back to their regular hair type, their regular hair type is already very similar to the style, so there's really not going to be that much of a difference in how the style looks overall. So obviously these styles, like the braid outs, the twist outs, the roller sets, are going to be much easier for people with looser hair textures to do, because these styles are very close to their regular natural curl pattern. Unlike for those of us with much kinkier hair, the 4Bs or the 4Cs, the texture you get from these styles is very different from our natural normal hair texture. So let's say we do a twist out or a braid out and one part doesn't dry and that part of our hair reverts back to our regular normal 4C texture. Then you're going to notice that there was something wrong with that particular section, that it didn't dry or something like that, because the rest of our hair is going to be in the twist out texture and then that part is going to be in our regular normal texture. So obviously the style is going to look a bit weird. So and then you're going to start worrying about how to manipulate your hair to cover up that part, how to style the hair so that that part really doesn't affect the rest of your style. So all these little things kind of make it look like our hair is more difficult to style and maintain compared to other hair types. But that is just not true. It's just that the styles that we normally do, the styles that are very common in the natural hair community, are styles that don't really complement our kinkier hair textures. I'm not saying twist outs and braid outs and roller sets are bad. I do them, I have tutorials on them, but I just want us to be aware of the styles that we normally do and how these styles work with our regular normal hair type before we go around believing that 4C hair is more difficult to style. Now, if you're doing styles that work well with our natural texture, that work to accentuate our natural texture, that just complement our natural texture, you're not going to have these problems at all. I promise you, you wouldn't have these problems at all. You wouldn't have to worry about doing a twist out and wondering what it's going to look like the next morning, or doing a braid out or a roller set and wondering how you're going to maintain the style, if the style is going to start reverting on you. You have to worry about water touching your hair and reverting your hair. You wouldn't have to worry about humidity and making your hair revert when it's in these styles. That's why I'm a big major proponent of twisted styles and updos for 4C hair. I personally think those are like the best styles to do on 4C hair, because these are styles that thrive on density and structure, and that is what our hair naturally has. The kinkier your hair, the more structure it has, so it looks absolutely beautiful in updo styles. You don't even have to worry about blowing out your hair before you do these styles. They work very well with our regular curl pattern, with the regular texture in our hair. So that's why I'm very big on twisted styles and updo styles. And if you check my channel, you will see loads, like so many updo styles, so many twisted styles. Loose twists are usually my favorite. I have so many twisted updos. Like, I'm always coming up with different updo styles that I know work really well with my hair texture, styles that I know will last, and they're also a great protective style for our hair type. Another thing I'm big on when it comes to 4C hair is protective styling, because like I said in part 1, constant manipulation of 4C hair, because of how fragile it is, can lead to breakage and can stunt your growth. So if you're doing styles that help you to keep your hair protected, you don't have to be manipulating it too much, and the styles look really nice and they're very versatile, you can wear them to a lot of places, you will never feel like 4C hair is difficult to style. I don't know who or what is to blame for twist outs, braid outs and roller sets being the defaults. Before I came into natural hair community, those were already the default styles. I know I've made quite a few videos doing braid outs and twist outs and roller sets, but I make those videos because that is what people want to see. You have to make videos that people actually want to see. I don't know how those styles just became the default, but I feel like there's so many other styling options that we haven't even explored when it comes to styling natural hair, especially the kinkier hair types. That's why I try my best to always come up with different updos. I try my best to come up with styles that I know work very well for our hair. If you guys want, I'm going to put a playlist down below to a lot of the styles I showed in this video, so that if you're looking for more styling options for your 4C hair, you can check that. Okay, now the second misconception is undefined or frizzy hair is automatically equal to 4C hair. I really don't know how to phrase this particular misconception well, so I'm going to try my best to explain it as much as I can. If you understand what I'm saying, please help me also explain it down below in the comment section. And the reason I feel like this particular misconception is a bit tricky is because a lot of how we view hair types and curl patterns is based on the hair typing charts, right? That goes from 1A to 4C, I believe. As helpful as the chart is, it also has a lot of downsides to it, because the chart is quite arbitrary to an extent. So yeah, it's not like 100% foolproof. There's some ambiguity with that hair chart, because first of all, a lot of people have multiple textures in their hair. A lot of people have hair that doesn't even fit into any of the standard categories. With the hair typing charts, it just shows you like pictures of what certain hair types should look like, but in reality, a lot of times you can't really tell what texture someone's hair is if you don't have like a first-hand experience, or if you don't have like a first-hand experience with the person's actual hair in real life. That is why with this misconception, I kind of understand why it is a misconception, but at the same time, I still feel like it's kind of important to talk about it. Now, the two main problems when it comes to this misconception are people that go around saying that they have 4C hair, but they really don't have 4C hair, but they believe they do, and then they go around telling people with actual 4C hair that they're doing something wrong, or something is wrong with their hair, or they don't know the right products to use. That's why their hair doesn't behave a certain way, or that's why their hair doesn't meet the standard that they feel like 4C hair should meet, based on standards that they created from their own hair type that they think is 4C, but it's really not 4C. I don't know if that makes any sense. Let me try to explain it better. So basically, these people believe they have 4C hair, but in reality they actually don't. And then based on the fact that they believe they have 4C hair, they use their hair as the standard of what 4C hair should be able to do. So they go around telling other people with actual 4C hair that they're doing something wrong with their hair, or they are not taking care of their hair properly, or they're not using the right moisturizing products, because these other people's actual 4C hair doesn't behave like their hair that they believe is 4C, when in reality it's not really 4C. And like, I kind of understand why this happens. I don't want to accuse anyone of intentionally lying about their hair texture, because I don't see any reason why anyone would do that. But the thing is that some people just don't know, just genuinely don't know how to identify their hair. Because like I said in the beginning, the hair typing chart is it has a lot of ambiguity. So a lot of people just generally don't know. So before I try to like get mad at people that do stuff like that and are trying to tell other people about their hair, I always have to like remind myself that this person might actually just not know. And a lot of times, if I'm actually being honest, a lot of 4B and some 4A, 4B hair, or even just straight up 4A, can actually look like 4C hair when it's in an undefined state. So I kind of understand where that confusion might come from. So a lot of times people that have that kind of hair, they use their undefined state to categorize their hair, and then they convince themselves that they have 4C hair. But in reality, they might not actually have 4C hair. They just have 4B hair or 4A, 4B hair that is in an undefined state. And the second main problem when it comes to this misconception is the people that see other people's hair, maybe other people they follow on social media, on YouTube or Instagram or something like that. And because those people wear their hair in an undefined state a lot, they automatically assume those people have 4C hair, and they start comparing those people's hair that might be 4A or 4A, 4B or 4B to their own 4C hair. And when their hair doesn't act the way those other people's hair acts, when it doesn't do certain things that those other people's hair does, they start to get frustrated with their hair. They start to get confused with their hair. So how come my hair doesn't do the same things her hair does? How come these products don't work in my hair the same way they work in her hair? And again, I keep saying this, I said this before earlier in this video, a lot of times when it comes to the type 4s, the very kinky hair types, a lot of times you can't really tell what someone's hair texture is except you have like first-hand experience with the hair, or when you've seen the hair in different states, like when it's wet and how it responds to products and all those kind of things. And I'm going to give you two very good examples of what I'm trying to talk about. So you guys know naturally Temi on social media, on Instagram, on YouTube. She has very, very beautiful, thick, healthy, long, soft 4B hair. Like that girl's hair is really, really soft, like pillow soft. But yeah, like I said, she predominantly has 4B hair, but like she has a little bit of 4C in the middle, like some strands are 4C, but predominantly her hair is 4B. Now if you see her hair in some states, it might look like 4C hair, and someone might see her hair when it's in an undefined state and just assume that it's 4C, and then they start comparing their hair to her hair and start getting confused when they find out that their hair doesn't always work the same way her hair does. Or maybe she might do a wash and go on something and her curls are like really poppy and everything just looks nice, and then they're confused like, why doesn't my hair react the same way with that product? Why isn't my hair curling the same way her hair is curling? Why isn't my hair behaving the same way her hair is behaving? But yeah, I just want people to stop automatically assuming someone has 4C hair just because you see their hair in an undefined state. Undefined type 4A or 4B or 4A, 4B hair is not equivalent to 4C hair. 4C hair is in a different category on its own. It behaves differently from these other hair types, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Yes, we are all type 4, but we still have our own separate characteristics within the type 4 family. And just stop comparing your hair to other people's hair, because you might not necessarily know what their texture is and how their hair behaves or reacts to certain things. And another point in regards to this is something I noticed in the comments of my last video. A few people actually brought this up. They said that a couple people on YouTube or on Instagram or something that claim they have type 4 hair type 4 hair, but in reality they really have like 3C, 4A hair, but they say they have type 4 hair to get views or something like that. Personally, I haven't really noticed this, so I can't really speak too much on that. And yeah, I don't know. I really haven't noticed that, so I can't really speak too much on that. But if something you've noticed, if something you want to talk about, definitely bring it up in the comments. But please do not bring it up in a messy way. Like, the comment section is for constructive, productive conversations. If you bring it up in a messy way, I'm probably going to delete the comments. So please just keep everything respectful. But yeah, like I said, I don't really have anything to say on that because I haven't personally experienced anyone doing that. But what I will say is this, like, people sometimes tend to forget that yes, we are all type 4, 4A, 4B, 4C, but 4A hair is much closer to 3C hair than it is to 4C hair, and that's all I'm going to say on that. Okay, so when I was editing this video and when I was editing the part 1, I kind of realized that there's a lot of stuff that we need to talk about when it comes to type 4 hair in general, especially 4Bs and 4Cs. There's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of misconceptions, there's a lot of things that we don't really talk about when it comes to 4C hair, and I feel like we still have a long way to go when it comes to representation of 4C hair. A lot of people aren't very used to seeing 4C hair in different forms and in different states, and I also believe that finer 4C hair and shorter 4C hair doesn't really get the same representation as people with longer 4C hair. So every week I'm going to try to make a video like this to talk about our hair, talk about 4C hair, talk about stuff that we notice with our hair, why certain things are the way they are, just have open and honest conversations about 4C hair specifically. And yeah, I'm going to try my best to make one video like this every week, because I don't want to keep making videos that are too long. So I'm just going to pick one specific topic and just talk on that topic. If you have any topics in mind you would like for me to address or you like for us to talk about, definitely let me know. And yeah, like I said, I really want to make a video about 4C representation, and I want to make a video about styling 4C hair, because I've noticed so many people don't understand when it comes to styling 4C hair is that your technique can do a lot for you. Technique, I've always said this from the beginning of when I went natural, technique is more important than the product that you're using when it comes to styling 4C hair. If you're going for a specific look, your technique is everything, and that's one thing I've really mastered. I can do any style and like it comes out amazing, to the point where people start to doubt whether my hair is even 4C or not. So I really want to do a whole video dedicated to styling 4C hair. And yeah, so just let me know topics you guys want me to talk about. I really want us to continue these conversations, because I really liked a lot of the points that were brought up in the comment section of my part 1 video. There was so much that was talked about, so I want us to keep having these conversations so we can clear up all the confusion. I hope everyone is staying safe and just trying their best to do what they can during this entire corona period, because things are just changing very, very quickly. So I hope everyone is okay. I'm praying for everybody out there. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button down below on my face on this side. Also, do not forget to watch my other natural hair videos on this side. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.